Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Dan Kelly here with another Codex review for the Codex Station. Today I'll be reviewing the book Namor, the Submariner Conquered Shores from Marvel Comics. It was a 5-issue miniseries published between October 2022 and February 2023. It was written by Christopher Cantwell with art by Pascal Ferry, colors by Matt Hollingsworth, and letters by Joe Caramagna. The story takes place in the future after the Kree have attacked the Earth and melted all of the ice caps, which flooded the planet, killing almost everybody that lived on the surface. Most of the superheroes that were left went off to space to fight the Kree and never returned. It's presumed that they all died out there. A few heroes stayed behind, one of them being Namor, who now, as the head of Atlantis, with almost the entirety of the world being underwater, is the main nation that's left. In the series, like I said, it takes place in the future. So you find Namor, he's now older, and he has stepped down from the throne of Atlantis, and his cousin Namorita is running things, and he is trying to help the few surviving members of humanity that are left on the surface in a world that is hard for them to survive in. The atmosphere is heavily polluted, and they're having a hard time surviving. It's good in the series. It's an interesting story. It's interesting to see Namor, who is an older, wiser character, and a lot of the series shows him reflecting on his past and the mistakes that he made, and the type of person he was, and realizing, looking back, that the way he handled things was usually not the way that he should have. But even in his old age, he still kind of retains that bit of fire, rage, attitude, however you want to phrase it, that that the character is known for, that pops up here and there throughout the series. There's also a few other characters that you see show up in the series, like Captain America and Luke Cage and a few others, and you get to see how they've also changed, not just with age, but also with loss for everything that's happened in the world, and all of the heroes that they know having gone off to space and died in this war. The series, it's really good. One thing I would say is it references a lot clearly this what the Kree did and all the heroes leaving, but it doesn't really show that happening. It doesn't really show much of the story before this series takes place, other than a quick glimpse here or there of it. It would have been nice to actually see, at least in some flashbacks, what happened to the heroes. But since it's really all told from Namor's point of view, and he wasn't with them, I can see why they didn't put that in. Also, the way the story ends, it almost feels like it's the beginning of another greater story. But since it's just a 5-issue miniseries, it doesn't really delve into that. So hopefully at some point they'll return to this and we'll get some more of the story. But overall, it's like I said, it's a really interesting story. Like I said, shows a lot about growth and being older and wiser, and looking back on the things that you did when you were younger and kind of regretting them and trying to make amends for the person you were and the choices that you made. So overall, I'd rate this a 7.5 out of 10. Definitely a good read. The artwork is really beautiful too. So if you get a chance, go ahead and pick it up. So again, my name is Dan Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art, where I post my art and music a few days a week. You can find it by searching hashtag Dan Kelly Art. And this has been another Codex review for the Codex Station. Make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms and visit us on the website, thecodexstation.com. And until next time, I'll catch you by the spinner rack.